Every footballer I've played with or coached has made one of these mistakes. And the problem is that you may have no idea you're even making these mistakes. Today, you'll get the tools to fix the problems that are holding 95% of players back, putting you one step closer to achieving your goals. Welcome back to the channel, or just welcome if you're new. When we think of being a quality player, we think of scoring goals, sticking last-ditch tackles and getting goal line clearances, or embarrassing defenders with silky skills or megs. And while all of these are important or thrilling, the real secrets to the modern game lie in the less glamorous attributes. And that's the first mistake a lot of players make. We get tunnel vision and focus solely on the result. And because of this, when we want to score more goals, we spend hours of our time just taking shots at the field. But scoring goals is so much more than just having a good shot. The best goal scorers do so much more than beat a defender and then shoot and score. They have an excellent first touch, which is needed for setting them up for their shot. They make good runs, running off players' blind sides to create space and cause problems. They stay bright or switched on, allowing them to anticipate the next play and get themselves into good position to receive the ball in dangerous areas. These examples are all small details, but it's the summation of them which creates a massive impact on your performance. And it's not just for players who want to score more goals. Center mids, you may idolize getting on the ball and spraying gorgeous passes all over the field, but that's not what defines the best center mids in the world. They are also excellent in the small details, like cutting off passing lanes defensively, communicating, and providing instruction to the players around them. And they also play on the front foot, and they are proactive, so they win 50-50 balls or pick up second balls. It's the summation of all of these little things, plus their passing range, which makes them special. And this is the same for every position on the field. Don't just focus on the biggest, most glamorous skills, because then you'll start to plateau as a player. Sometimes improving in the smallest areas results in the biggest growth as a player. But that's not the only thing holding you back from achieving your goals. Another problem most players have is that they do not work hard enough to achieve their dreams. And I'm not saying you're lazy, but let me explain why how much you train is so important. If you believe that 2 or 3 days of team training plus a game on the weekend is enough for you to become a pro player or even play at a high level in college, then you're mistaken. Top level pros or kids at top level academies are training or playing 6 days a week, and sometimes they train more than once a day. And that doesn't even count weight training or extra fitness work, which they have on top of all of that too. So why do you believe that you'll become a pro if you're putting in less effort than that? I know it's hard to find time to train practically every day, but if it was easy, everyone would be playing for Real Madrid or Barcelona. I also understand that you have other things you need to do, like go to school, take care of your little siblings, or even help around the house. But unfortunately, you don't get a pass for that. All they care about is the performance you produce on the pitch. If you put in extraordinary effort, you will get extraordinary results. So take a moment and really look at your busy schedule and find a way to carve out at least 1 hour, 6 days a week to work towards your dreams. But you also might be thinking, I wish I could go pro, but how can I even do that? I don't have access to beautiful grass pitches, incredible weight rooms, or even have a chef and nutritionist preparing the best food for fueling me for training and games. And that may be true, and it definitely makes it more challenging, but some of the best players to ever play the game came from nothing. Ronaldo, Pele, Maradona, Neymar, Suarez, and many more have achieved incredible things and started from humble beginnings. Those players weren't blessed with having all that stuff either, but what they did have was an incredible passion and love for the beautiful game, causing them to play hours and hours with their buddies whenever they had the chance. So get creative, assess what assets you do have, and then make the most of it. The most important thing is for you to let your passion take over and allow it to motivate you and inspire you to improve. But that might not be the biggest thing holding you back. You could be focusing your development on the wrong areas. First of all, if you're not doing plyometrics, footwork drills, and some sort of explosive resistance training, you need to start now, today. Athleticism comes naturally for a lot of players, but even if you're the fastest player on your team, you can still develop in this area. When I first started playing in college, I was the slowest player on my team. Literally. We had GPS trackers, so there was no hiding from it. I was just too slow. But because of that, I worked hard doing sprints, ladder drills, plyometrics, explosive weight training, and even hill sprints to become a quicker and faster player. By the time I graduated, I had caught up. I increased my max speed by 3 kilometers per hour, and now I was no longer getting beaten for pace. In fact, I became one of the quicker players. Now, I'm still not Mbappe, and I will never be, but it was no longer a weakness of my game, and it will work for you too. Being a top-level player isn't all down to your technical ability. You need to be at your best tactically, mentally, and physically too. But listen again to what I just said. It's not all about doing this. It's not even all about speed or athleticism. It's also about this, and this, and this. It's the summation of all these things I've shared so far, which will result in massive growth as a player. Now, the biggest thing I believe that is holding you back is pressure. Some players need pressure because it forces them to step up and work harder to be successful. But lots of players don't deal well with unnecessary pressure. This pressure could come from your coach, your family, or even yourself. If you always feel like you need to score or that you must dominate the game, then you're hindering your ability to develop as a player. You need to have enough pressure that you don't just screw around doing stupid stuff like trying to meg players on the top of your box, but you also need enough freedom to allow yourself to express yourself on the field. You need enough freedom to try things, make mistakes, and then learn from them. And that's the key. You can't just keep making the same mistakes over and over. Instead, when you mess up, learn lessons from it to prevent that mistake from happening again. But you'll never be perfect. And if you were pressuring yourself to be perfect, or you're afraid that your coach is gonna pull you out after making just one mistake, then you'll never be comfortable enough to play with confidence and bravery. So relax and use all the tools I've given you today, working hard at least 6 days a week, and enjoy the process. Because if you enjoy it, you are way more likely to sustain your efforts and push through the difficult periods because you love the game. Now, if you are struggling with confidence, watch this video. You'll learn how to fix your lack of confidence, and I'll give you the tools to build confidence long term. Thanks for watching.